copyright notices. If you wish to read, pause the video. The original videos are linked in the description down below. Enjoy. Alright then, so what you are about to see in this video is the two types of policing standards, all in one video, all in one interaction, by partners. It's like good cop, bad cop scenario, all in one bloody video. So what you're going to see is a police officer, a police constable, which is quite ill-informed, educates himself and educates the person what you're supposed to. And then you're going to see the absolute incompetence of policing, which refuses to do their job, doesn't know their job, doesn't believe that you're entitled to a CAD number. This is an absolute disgrace, and this little rat of a tyrant officer should be removed off of the force. This is what is causing the disconnect between the police. This exact officer, this exact behaviour this officer is displaying in this interaction. So we'll just get straight into it. Oh, by the way, this video is by Raw Audits. Go over and check out his videos. He's got some really good interactions. There will be links in the description. But let's get straight into this video, and then I'll break it down as and when I need to.
Where's your SIA?
Excuse me, you're not allowed to be here.
Where's his SIA license?
Excuse me, you're not allowed to be here.
What, here?
Yeah. Can you leave, please?
You got like an SIA sort of...
Yeah. Can you please leave?
Yeah, I suppose that's whatever that is. I'm not sure what it is, but it's supposed to be a blue badge on display. You've got nothing. Where's your badge?
Can you please leave? It's private.
I'm not going to leave, no.
Police.
Do what you want. I'm not. You can't call the police for a civil matter.
So technically you can phone the police for a civil matter, and the police should not get involved because it is a civil matter. But it's not what he says to the... But it all comes down to what he says to the police in this matter. Because if he lies to the police, that is wasting police time, because the police shouldn't turn out to a civil matter. But we all know how it turns out when you phone when the police get phoned for these migrant hotels. They come with the sirens on immediately. They get a better response than taxpayers do when their house is getting burgled or their property is getting damaged, anything like that. Because if you want a police response to your personal home after it being burgled or your property is getting damaged, you're lucky to get a response within a week. But let's continue.
He's called 999. He's wasting police time on a 999 call. I'm not even come on your site.
Like unauthorized guests trying to get to the building. Some of it's not.
Okay then, so the statement he is trying to get into the building is very significant because that statement alone will indicate the police that it's an emergency to turn up to this phone, to this call, and it's not just a civil matter, but that is also a criminal offence because he has lied, and it's covered under Section 5 of the Criminal Laws Act of 1967, and it's subsection... I'll just let it play it all, actually.
One, where a person has committed F1A relevant offence, any other person who, knowing or believing that the offence or some F2 other relevant offence has been committed, and that he has information which might be of material assistance in securing the prosecution or conviction of an offender for it, accepts or agrees.
Okay, then, so that's subsection 1 of this is irrelevant. It's actually subsection 2.
Where a person causes any wasteful employment of the police by knowingly making to any person a false report tending to show that an offence has been committed, or to give rise to apprehension for the safety of any persons or property, or tending to show that he has information material to any police inquiry, he shall be liable on summary conviction to imprisonment for not more than 6 months or to a fine of not more than F3 level 4 on the standard scale, or to both.
So the statement that is saying he is trying to get into the building is him wasting employment of the police, knowingly making to a person a false report tending to show that an offence has been committed or is giving rise to the safety of the persons or property. That statement, that one little statement, is covered here. So what you've just witnessed is a crime, but what's the police gonna do about it? I can tell you nothing. So let's continue into the video.
Reason twos for a moment camera outside the premises.
Hello, mate.
What's your name?
I don't want to say.
What do you want me to call you?
Sir,
Sir, okay. That's what you're doing?
making a video?
Okay, making a video. What, of any thing in particular?
No?
Okay. Right. Obviously, we've had a call saying that males has been protesting outside of Best West.
Protesting?
That's what we've been told, yeah.
Right. Hello there.
So you're not protesting, you're just making a video.
Oh, what is this video for?
I'd like to get you both in shot, if that's alright.
Sorry?
I'd like to get you both in the camera.
Oh, you don't want to, or do you do?
You do.
I do, yeah.
Speak to me, but I can't hear you.
Well, yeah, I know it's a bit annoying because we're right next to the
Just, like,
main road.
Stand like this because of the sunshine.
Yeah.
So, what's your name, mate?
I'm not telling you what my name is.
You're not telling what's your name, okay.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing here?
Just private stuff.
Private stuff?
Yeah. Should we both identify?
Yeah, I'm PC 15542 Nastai, that's actually the police station.
Thanks.
PC 31084 Alan, that's the police station.
Cheers, thanks.
Do you want to identify yourself?
No,
Okay. So, can you explain what you're doing here?
making a video.
Of,
Well, the hotel is one of the things I'm recording.
sorry?
The hotel.
The hotel, okay. Well, it's not a hotel anymore, it's a private property now.
So I don't know who taught her that the hotel was public property at some point, because it's always been private property, and it's still a hotel. It's just a hotel full of migrants, which the English public do not have access to. Just because they've closed the doors to the members of the public, it doesn't mean that it's off limits of being recorded. It just means that it's not allowed on the property, which he has not. So what are you getting at?
Okay.
And we've been told that you are trying to get into the building.
You've been told incorrectly.
Well, we can look at the cameras later.
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Yeah, we will do. So, if you do try to get into the property, obviously.
Okay, don't give me advice. I don't want any advice.
Well, I'm going to give you advice.
I don't want any
because we're here
advice.
to, obviously, because we've been called.
Okay, look. Implement the law, but don't give me advice. I don't want any advice, okay?
Okay.
So this is the last time I'm going to interrupt for a while. He says implement the law. He doesn't want any advice. She can't help but give advice, and she's not going to implement the law. She's not going to look at the cameras, and she's not going to see if he even tried. Because if she does, she'll find that those other people have committed a Section 5. Section 5 under the Criminal Laws Act of 1967, which is willfully wasting police time. And she's not going to follow up on that because she is a lazy cow and doesn't want to do a job.
Are you protesting or are you just making a video?
I'm making a video.
Making a video, okay. Well, you're making the video of private property, technically.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm standing on public now, aren't I?
Okay. Well, as long as you don't get inside, not causing
Okay,
any
again, I
issues.
don't really want any advice, if you don't mind.
Okay, well, I'm giving advice anyway.
Well, I'm not listening to your advice. I don't want to be rude, right? But I've done nothing wrong, so don't tell me what to do.
Well, if you were trying to get in the building, then it's...
I've already said that that's nonsense. That's not true.
Okay. So are you going to stay here then?
Yeah, until I get bored and I'll go.
Okay. How long are you planning to stay here for?
Until I get bored. Have either of you recorded me?
Yeah, they both are.
Who signed off on the covert recording of me?
Sorry?
It's not covert.
It is, you didn't tell me.
You don't need to tell
Are
me.
we covert? We only...
It's covert because you didn't tell me.
That's not how it works.
Okay, well, you realise you are supposed to tell me in your policy, yeah?
Have you got any more questions?
No comment to that one. No, nothing else, no.
So where are you going to share your videos?
Probably YouTube.
So what's the purpose of this then?
Well, I don't really live my life by purpose because I follow a meditation teacher called Osho, and he said that every purpose has an individual purpose of its own. So the whole concept of purpose is meaningless. So therefore I have no purpose.
Life has no purpose, and that's why it is so beautiful.
So is that what you do normally? Just like go to places, record?
Yeah,
people?
yeah.
There must be something to it, like there must be some meaning to it.
Is there a particular reason you chose to film here?
Nope.
So just turn up to random locations and record buildings and people?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I didn't call you, did I? So no, nothing for you. No. Are you going to reprimand them for calling 999 for a cameraman outside the property?
Well, they've not called us. So
Yeah, he called us. He called you. I saw him. I was here when he did it. That man there on the left called 999.
We're here because we got a call from Best Western.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I'm going to have my picnic here, okay?
Listen to me very carefully, sir. I'm in charge of security here.
Go on.
No.
I've got a yogurt, but I haven't got a spoon. Oh, okay. Well, he called 999 as well because I was there when he did it. So,
You tried to get into that building over there?
I was on the premises. I didn't go in the building.
Okay.
I was on the grass for a bit. Spoke to a really nice security guard for quite a while.
So remember that, because that's going to be quite important near the end when he asks for a CAD number. And the response he gets is actually quite funny. But bear in mind, they said these did not call. It was a different hotel which had called. So that is quite important at this moment in time, I believe anyways. You might not believe it is. But towards the end of the video, I do believe this little bit is quite important of what he said and what she says at the end of the video.
Can you tell them not to call 999 for a man with a camera? Because it's wasting your time, isn't it?
I think the issue is obviously they've had issues here previously, so that's why they've called us.
But you can't just keep calling 999 every time someone turns up with a camera, can you? Surely, you must see that. Is that not wasting your time? Because like, if I come back tomorrow, they're going to call you again.
I don't know, they might do.
It's just, why don't you just tell them, look, don't waste our time. It's a joke. I mean, I'm not even on their property.
But can you not understand them feeling uncomfortable because someone's stood there filming, especially when you've gone onto their property and filmed there, and we've had reports saying, not saying whether you
reports,
have reports saying you've tried to get in.
Yeah.
Obviously, all that will be looked at. Whatever. Yeah. But you can understand why they feel a bit uncomfortable when they've had previous issues with people outside trying to get in.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, there's lots of things in life that make me feel uncomfortable. I don't call 999, do you know what I mean?
Well, just because you wouldn't in this situation doesn't mean that everyone has the same standards when they call 999.
But I mean, it's an emergency number, isn't it? 999 is for emergencies. And this is clearly not an emergency, so I'm just a bit annoyed that they're calling 999 for it.
I would have to agree, they are not the feelings police, they are law enforcement. They enforce the law. Well, supposed to enforce the law. These two do not enforce nothing. They come on the basis of there's been issues here before and they feel uncomfortable because you are recording, and then refuse to uphold the law even though it's been broken right in front of them. But let's continue.
And if you don't tell them not to do it again, they're going to do it again, aren't they? Because I'm going to come back probably within a week and do this again.
Okay, do you know when you come in?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Is it just you, or do you do the group of other people?
Just myself.
Yourself? Okay.
I'm a little bit more open with you because I've found her to be a little bit sort of pushy and bolshy, but you're alright, I like you. You've been nice and friendly.
Right, well, I see, my colleague's just trying to have a conversation with you. We're just trying to make sure, just find out why you're here.
Yeah.
Obviously we have had previous protests at the location, which is why obviously we attended. Because when there are protests, although people are right to protest, sometimes that can get...
Can spill over, yeah?
It can stop being a legal protest and start becoming something else.
Yeah.
So that's obviously why we attended.
I suppose at the point where it spilled into something else, that would be the time to call 999, wouldn't it? But man with a camera, I just think it's out of order. That's just my personal opinion. I'd rather not say.
Pardon?
I'd rather not say. The police constable over there is on the phone having a lengthy discussion with someone. Can't think what about. No crime committed, so I don't get it. I don't get why this is being dragged out.
Back in a minute.
These two security guards here, they're both committed a criminal offence right now. Do you know what it is?
What's that?
SIA Section 9, you're supposed to have your SIA licence on display at all times. Neither of them have got their badges on display. Criminal offence.
I'll have a look at that. What section did you say it was?
Section 9, SIA.
Yes, what's the...
Securities Industries Act,
Wait.
Section 9. If you Google it now, you'll see. Got to be on display, Section 9. So the irony is that you've been called out by someone who's breaking the law.
Okay then, so the act is actually talking about is the Private Security Industry Act of 2001. It's Section 9. It basically outlines the Secretary of State and the powers he can give, and how the people in possession of the license should display the license, and what powers they've got, and I'm not going to go into it all. It's thingy, but there's like Section 19, which is relevant as well in this, but I'm not going to go into it all. If you want to see it all, the government website highlights it all, and what sections of the legislation are relevant. But let's just continue.
Security's getting told off for not having SIA badge on display. Brilliant. That's not on display, is it? Well, flip it round, haven't you? You do, yeah. The constable's just googled the law. He knows what the law is now. It's got to be on display. You're going to leave it like that then? You're going to leave it like that?
What's he doing?
His badge is not on display. It needs to be legally.
And?
What do you mean and? It's the law. Do you not understand?
It's the law?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he identified himself to you, didn't he?
You're missing the point. He's breaking the law right now.
If he breaks the law, what am I supposed to do?
Are you serious?
Okay, have a nice day.
He's breaking the law. He's breaking the law. What am I supposed to do?
And that there states it all, doesn't it? What am I supposed to do? Well, he's breaking the law. You are supposed to enforce the law. This type of police officer is absolute scum and should be removed. Absolute disgrace. That is absolutely disgraceful. And this behaviour, and people what think it's acceptable, you are a disgrace as well. All this because she hasn't got her way. This is where emotions take over your brain power. You will let your emotions take over. This is absolutely disgraceful. This bloody twat of a constable, she needs removing. This is not acceptable at all. Refusing to do her job. Well, what am I supposed to do? Well, you're in a fucking uniform, aren't you, dozy cow?
You're going to leave it like that then? You're going to leave it like that?
What's he doing?
His badge is not on display. It needs to be legally.
And?
What do you mean and? It's the law. Do you not understand?
It's the law?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he identified himself to you, didn't he?
You're missing the point. He's breaking the law right now.
If he breaks the law, what am I supposed to do?
Are you serious?
Okay, have a nice day.
He's breaking the law. He's breaking the law. What am I supposed to do? That has got to be one of the best quotes of all time by a police constable. He's breaking the law. What am I supposed to do? Unbelievable.
Nice day.
That's brilliant.
So remember what I said earlier about it when he said this, when I said this is important information, he said they did not call. They did not call. They had a call from someone else. So what this security guard has just told him to do is get the CAD number. I don't know if you heard that, but he said in his language to something CAD number. That's all I heard. But that is very important information, what this officer said earlier, that they did not call. And what you're going to see now is what this dipsy, absolute disgrace rat of an officer is about to say. And remember that they said they did not call. This male officer said they did not call. Well, let's see what she's got to say when the raw audits asked for the CAD number.
You don't need to pass. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. I'm not touching you, but you're not. Can I have the CAD number, please, for the call out? The CAD number. CAD.
What do you need for?
Because I'm entitled to it.
You've not called the police, have you?
I'm entitled to the CAD number of the call out.
I don't think so.
You are utterly clueless, aren't you? I'll give up. I'll give up with you two. Not you two, to be fair. That guy's decent. You're incompetent.
So that's the end of that video. Like I said, to me, they're both incompetent, because if he was a good officer, yes, fair enough, he looked into the law of about displaying the SIA license. Yes, he looked into that, but he could have stepped in and give this guy the CAD number, which he is entitled to, because the phone call was about him. They come and questioned him. He's entitled to the CAD number, considering it refers to him. And the fact that earlier he said they didn't phone, but yet they're entitled to it. By their own words, they're not entitled to it neither. This is what pisses me off with the police, that there's two-tier policing, and when you get a so-called good officer like him, he doesn't step in to be the good officer. So he's not a good officer, is he? He's a bad officer because he's with a bad officer. It's as simple as that. This type of behaviour is unacceptable. These two need retraining. Well, he needs retraining, she needs firing. That's my opinion. That's how I think it is. Her behaviour is absolutely disgraceful. That is a disgrace to the uniform. That is a disgrace to the police corporation, because that's what they are, a corporation, and they're there to help other corporations, not the people they are sworn to protect. Well, to provide their services for. But this whole thing is an absolute disgrace. This whole video highlights the UK policing today. But all this is just my opinion. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video. It does open YouTube's algorithm. And I'll catch you on the next one.